Today on the menu is grilled fish Malaysian style. Today's choice of fish is sea bass, fresh and ready to go. Hey, I'm excited. I hope you can tell. Let's begin, but first, let us wash our hands. And in my molcajete or my mortar and pestle, I will be grinding the following ingredients, beginning with this red onion. Add a little bit of salt to create that coarse surface and begin grinding. And while it is okay to use your food processor to get the chunky texture, it is best to use a manual grinder like this just because the true flavors of the ingredients really come out, all right, without being adulterated in any way. I have added some cloves of garlic and crushing those as well. Now I have these lemongrass. You absolutely need this in this recipe. I am just removing the first few layers because they are too woody and inedible. So I'm going to use the blunt side of my knife just to kind of crush them, rough them up a little bit so that it's easy to cut them up, and also helps to release their flavors right now before they go into the grinder. The lemongrass is very healthy for you. It has medicinal properties, so it is great to have it in here for flavor and for the medicinal properties as well. So win-win again. Love it. So again, we're going for a very chunky consistency. So just grind. Don't beat yourself up. It does not need to be smooth. Now we need some chilies in here. So I have Serrano chilies. You can use your Scotch bonnets or your habaneros, same thing. I also have some Fresno chilies. Now with these, I take the heat out by removing the seeds. And I cut them up, just kind of a rough chop. And they also go into the grinder and we begin grinding again. So what we are essentially creating here is a chili paste. So use any chilies you like, okay? You definitely want a little heat in here. And I was just loving the whole process grinding in this molcajete. It's such a lovely tool to have in your kitchen. So if you can get a hold of this, this is so inexpensive. You can find it on Amazon in several different brands. So hey, go for it. Now I have added some roasted peanuts or groundnuts. Yes, the smokiness and the richness it brings into this chili paste is amazing, friends. It is hands down beautiful. You have to have it in here, okay? Make sure it is roasted too. And then we're adding some lemon leaves. And chop it up. First julienne it and then cut them up. And then add it. That's going to bring us some citrusy notes without the acid just yet, okay? And so you want to grind that in addition to the ingredients or you already have in the grinder. Make sure you're combining as you go. And as you get more ingredients added, you know, you fill up your grinder, so you feel free to clean the sides and incorporate the ingredients back into the molcajete. Now we're going to heat up some coconut oil. This is the cold pressed. So it has a lot of coconut flavors, which is absolutely essential in this recipe. You'll love it. So just heat up the oil and then add the contents of your molcajete. Also, we're going to need to add some sambal to this. Sambal is Malaysian chili paste. There are several different kinds of flavors. This one has shrimp paste in it, so it is umami to the next level. I've added some more umami ingredient, and that was fish sauce. So just imagine the aromas in Nanabe's kitchen right now. Very inviting. So what we're doing is just heating up the chili paste, okay? We don't want to overcook it. So yeah, about 2 to 3 minutes, and that should do it. take it off of the range to cool down, and that now becomes our marinade for the fish. In the meantime, we're going to clean up the fish, just finishing touches. So I trim the tail off and cut the fins off completely. Well, the fish I'm using today, friends, is striped sea bass. It is very meaty and it is one of the most flavorful fish out there. It isn't fishy at all. This one has been cleaned, it's been gutted, the gills have been removed, and also the head, I trim off that layer because it gets too sharp, and I absolutely cut the mouth off because my mom taught me to cut the mouth off of my fish when I'm using the entire fish. Now I'm creating a pocket. So I'm trying to kind of create a pocket without filleting the fish. So I'm not filleting because the bone stays in. Now this pocket, I will be filling it up with some of that gorgeous chili paste marinade we made. I'm also scoring it. These are very shallow scoring marks. Diagonal and across that diagonal to create these cross-hatch design. Beautiful. Not only beautiful, but it's also going to help the flavors to penetrate the fish. Can't lose with that, only win. Now you can use any kind of fish which is meaty and has a nice clean flavor, such as red snapper. That will work beautifully here too. If you like tilapia, that will do. Now I have these clean banana leaves, okay? What we're going to do is grill this fish, but it's going to have a more steamed effect than grilled. Okay, now to introduce more flavor, we're going to use the banana leaves because that's natural and it just really ups all the flavors we already have in here, the natural flavors. So place one fish on. Our marinade is nice and cooled down. So pack some of it or fill it into the pocket you created in the whole fish. Make sure it gets in there. Perfect. Then you also want to smear some of the marinade onto the entire fish. Make sure some gets into the belly and into the head as well. And as usual. Now, in the absence of the sambal we used, which is the Malaysian chili paste, please substitute with any chili paste you have on hand. And also add a little bit of shrimp paste or just the fish sauce, and that would bring you the umami you need. Now the sambal also has a sweetness to it, so you can throw in just a drizzle of honey and you'll be good to go. Now wrap it up well with the banana leaves, and to prevent the banana leaves, which is now acting as a barrier between the fish and the foil, you're going to wrap it with the foil just to keep everything together and prevent anything from unraveling, especially the banana leaves. Also can burn in the oven, so that helps the steam to stay in the flavors and just steams up the fish really good. Oh, and we served it with this couscous style rice. Oh, it was lovely, and I will share that recipe with you one of these days. So it goes into the oven at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, friends. And that is all it took. Now take a look. Now I have to say, this fish was certainly a hit in my household, and I hope it becomes a hit for you as well, and everyone in your household. You will totally love this dish. It is so simple to make, it is quick, it is nutritious, it is flavorful. I mean, how can you say no to this, right, friends? I hope you learn a thing or two and are inspired to try this recipe. I know you will totally love it. Juicy piece of fish, tender, melt in your mouth, flavors that all work together, not against each other. You would love, love, love this. And this garlicky rice couscous style, can't wait to share the recipe with you. You will love that as well. But you can have this fish all on its own. It is that satisfying, friends and family. I hope you learned a thing or two, friends, and are inspired to try the recipe. It is chop time. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed yourself, and make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen. Thank you, beautiful person, for watching the video all the way to the end. Kindly leave me a comment and subscribe down below, and don't forget to share the video as well. Also, watch more videos. It is chop time, and here in Anaba's kitchen, chop time is always yes, friends. So pull up a chair. We are all friends and family here.